Bump, a bump, a bump, a bump, a bump, a Basher. Sorry about the late start, my friends. Just it was a rosy kind of day, a DL kind of day. I had a lot of things to deal with, and then Rose wasn't feeling so well last night, so she went to bed relatively early. And when she got up today, I made her breakfast: scrambled eggs and toast, and her coffee and her Advils, which she loves. She loves Advil, and then she went back to bed. I watch her. I have the camera so I can see what's going on, so I can do what I got to do. I'm down there in less than 35 seconds. She took a long nap, and I was like, okay, maybe I could do the show and she'll be asleep. But then she got up and she just said she's feeling a little under the weather. So I'm thinking about taking her to, I have an appointment tomorrow of my follow up for the surgery tomorrow. I still have some glue on me. Like they didn't suture me or sew me up. They actually use glue now because they make such little tiny holes. So I have, I guess, follow up just to see that everything's going the way it's supposed to be going. I don't know what tomorrow entails, but I have that tomorrow. But I really, if she's not feeling 100% tomorrow, I think it's off to the doctor, which she hates. But it's better to be cautious, right? Don't you all agree? When you're dealing with an 88-year-old person who doesn't like to go to doctors, doesn't enjoy it at all. So that's why the late start. I went down there 20 minutes ago. That's why I pushed the show back again another 10 minutes because she woke up. I wanted to make her more coffee and a little cheese toasty sandwich, which she likes. Her favorite foods are cheese, butter, bread, oatmeal, and macaroni and cheese. Anything with cheese in it is her favorite. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. Let's get to the show. And look who's at the top. The incomparable Mr. Dave Fahrenheit 451. Like you didn't expect him to come out of the gates roaring because he's, on his heels. He knows how to fight. Maybe I could use you in my corner against the dragon. Big time. Upvoted for Carolyn Martin. Yes, upvote for Carolyn Martin. She's the woman with a plan. We're planning some cool stuff. Maybe a little get together. Carolyn and I are going to do a show together out in the field, like either a coffee or cocktail show, where we just sit around, talk to you, and you ask us questions, and we show you. I don't know where we're going to go yet. We've been talking about it, so we'll see. We'll see. Dave Fitzsimon says, so Dirk, who won the game of hide and stink? I don't know. It still smells a little bit in there. Nowhere near as bad as it did. I have taken the whole place apart, trying to figure it out. Hours and on my hands and knees with gloves on, and I broke a mop. I have to get her a new mop because I bought this. I don't know what kind of mop it is, but it's not a normal mop. It's kind of those ones that you grab it and then you twist it and then it wrings it out. Well, that doesn't work anymore. I pulled the refrigerator out, which is in such a tight spot that it was nearly impossible. It took me about an hour to figure out the engineering behind that, but I did. And, there was just some ick on the bottom, like probably on the bottom of everybody's refrigerator. And so I mopped that and I less oiled it and I Ajaxed it and I did all that stuff. But there is still something there. And it's so weird when I get to a spot where I smell it really bad. I take that whole area apart and I find nothing. Like it might be in the wall, like a dead mouse, or I don't know. I'm beguiled by it. I keep the place extremely tidy, and I had a professional cleaner there about a month ago, and they detailed the whole apartment, and they did such a beautiful job that I just felt, okay, this is going to make it a little easier. I just need to upkeep it, and maybe I need to call them back in. They're experts. Maybe they'll know how to fix that. Anyway. That's the story. Pound of power, says Turd. A renaissance is here, said Julian. The man in ecstasy and the man drowning. Both throw up their arms. The first to signify harmony. The second to signify strife with the elements. Reminds me of that Cat Stevens. I haven't read his book. He's got a new book coming out. He got very, very defensive on TV. I am a very big Cat Stevens fan. Huge Cat Stevens fan. But he got a little testy. I forget the journalist name. It was for like CBS 60 Minutes or something like that. And they asked him about the Salman Rushdie thing. And he started to answer it. And then he got a little testy. And the interviewer said, but it's in your book. And he goes, you talked about it. He goes, well, because, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but when Salman Rushdie wrote the Satanic Verses, the head cleric or whomever, I think it was Khomeini or somebody, put a fatwa on it. You know, fatwa is not a good thing. And I think Cat Stevens had made a statement that he supported the fatwa, or maybe he was taking out a con. He basically he's trying to get his way out of that. And I understand why you would, because he is a man of peace. He's the peace train guy. Peace train coming lately, got on the peace train. He just doesn't seem like the type of guy that would support such a thing. And I'm sure it was probably taken out of context, regardless, whatever. But reminds me of the story. I digressed. And I live on the river, so there's always helicopters and planes coming over here. That's what that sound is. And he said that he was out in Malibu swimming and the tide had taken him out and it was an undertow and he couldn't get in and he held his arms up and he said, "I will serve you." And he said at the time he had no idea who he was going to serve, but it turns out Allah. Dean says, "Who cares?" Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? Who cares? And Rose is up now. Sit down, please. Give me time to bash. I need to do the bashers. I do. Dean says, "Yeah, because I found some ick." That's what I found. It was pretty gross. Just think about how many thoughts a blanket smothers. Wait, just think how many thoughts a blanket smothers while one lies alone in bed, and how many unhappy dreams it keeps warm. Wow. I had to really think about that one. What's under the covers? It's very true. What covers have seen? And when you talk about blankets, you're not talking about Michael Jackson's kid. Remember Michael Jackson had a kid named Blanket? I don't know what that means. I was ashamed of myself when I realized life was a costume party and I attended with my real face. I'm kind of that guy because I'm not a costume person. I don't mind it, but I don't really like dressing up and participating. Not that I'm not fun. I did it. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of costume parties. I'm just not. Who cares? It's a lot of effort. It's like a destination wedding. You know, you have your nerve. If you're gonna have a destination wedding, you should pay for everybody to come there because it's expensive. And then you want a gift? Oy, what are you doing? I think that's great. And costume parties, it's a lot of expense. I've been to a couple. Once I went as myself in 1985. I had a red wig and all this stuff. It was funny. I wore my old costumes, meaning rock clothes. First impressions are always unreliable. I 100% agree with that because I think first impressions can be deadly. You know, you could. What do I always say? Give people enough rope to hang themselves, because the first impression's never enough. You know, you never know what's underneath that. You could like somebody right away and find out they're a sociopath, or you could hate somebody right away and find out you love them. It's possible and probably true. Daniel Gutierrez, Dirk, I told you it was behind the fridge. Hello, Bashes. I don't know that it was because something still smells. I can only say, I mean, it's not a big apartment. It's a 1-bedroom. It's a living room. It's a kitchen. It's a bathroom. It's a nice size, very symmetrical apartment. And for New York, it's lovely. She's got a patio outside, which was used by the bandits who illegally accessed her backyard. I have film of it. Yeah, I mean, I've tried. I've looked on. I pulled out every drawer. I pulled out every cabinet. I've looked under every appliance. I have looked under every crevasse. And nowhere can I find the source of such stench. I can't. I have not been able to find it. I know what dead mouse smells like, and it does not smell like that. I went through a whole bottle of Tilex. I went through a whole bottle of Less Toil. I don't know. It's really driving me bananas. I mean, it's better than it was. And I'm wondering, is it the carpet? I got on my hands and knees and I sniffed the carpet, as gross as that was. I don't know. Andrew's here, Canadian $5, working till 5:30, which means you're live. I'll probably miss part of the show. No, you didn't. Upvote and subscribe, everyone. Check between the coils of the fridge. Ooh. Check between the coils of the fridge. I didn't even think of that. I did look at, in a refrigerator, there's the coil part, and then there's always like the motor part. I took a flashlight and I looked in there and I saw no such evidence. But anyway, the Andrew Walgledge commemorative gone. Dave Fitzsimon says a good exorcism gets rid of most stubborn fridge smells. I wish it was the fridge. It's not. The fridge is spotless. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but you gotta do it. I don't know. Something probably got stuck and expired. Yeah, but where? Is it in the wall? I mean, when you walk into the apartment, you make a right. There's the living room, there's the TV. She's got a counter, like she has an open kitchen. And then right as I get to the counter of the kitchen, like on the left-hand side, is when I smell it the most. So I took everything apart, went in all the drawers, went in all the cabinets. I don't know. Closet, went everywhere. I still can't figure it out. I'm the man who will eat something that looks nice when I'm out, but when I take it home in a doggy bag, it'll sit in the back of my refrigerator until it starts to move. Hear, hear. I am not a leftover person. Paul is. He loves finding crap in the fridge. If I make a meal, like a pasta or something, a casserole or whatever it is, casserole, and there's leftover, I will pretend it never existed. I will never go back to it. Even if it was delicious the night before, I won't touch it. If I go to a restaurant, I never ask for anything to take home. I just don't. I don't like, if I've had it, I've had it. I've had it. I don't want any more. I want to move on to the next thing. Who doesn't? Not a leftover. Some people love leftovers, doggy bags. I don't like them. I don't like them. Don't like them. Franco Fiore says, please upvote. Thanks, guys. And if you haven't noticed, I smartly put a little subscribe button on the lower right-hand side of your frame. So now you can subscribe right from the screen if you want to be a part of this wonderful community. It's your show. I just host it. You want it to be you want it to be about you? Subscribe and become a basher. It's only been about me for the past month because of all the DL stuff and the surgery and Italy and all that stuff. And it was fun. But I don't really like talking about myself. I like talking about you. Good evening to all. It's Facilios P. Hey, man. Oh, I love that shot. Great shot. Steve Mac 3 is here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Steve Mac 3. And the purple one. Let's do hearts. Can we get it? What am I? There it goes. To Melly C and to all the beautiful ladies of the Bash, we celebrate you. Well done, Dave Fahrenheit 451. Always. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Breaking news, Kiss legend Gene Simmons was rushed to the hospital after crashing his Lincoln Navigator into a parked car in Malibu. Oh, shit. Should we look that up? Hope Gene's okay. I was driving my car in Malibu. I was on the phone with Paul Stanley, and I was saying, Paul, I've got an idea to make more money. Let me get inside my Lincoln Navigator, and that's a big word, like gymnasium. And next thing you know, I was in an accident. I hope he's okay. Gene only learned to drive not long ago. Thanks for letting me know about that. Let me see. Kiss legend. He's recovering. Okay, I'll pull this up. So, but not. I know most of you are like, who cares? It's Gene Simmons. Who gives this shit? Gene's fun, man. Gene's so quotable. Let's see, share screen. Let's see what it says about Jeannie. Oh, little Jeannie, you got so much. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. That's the Gallery of Bastards, which is later. Here it is. Let me read it for you. This is from KLOS in Los Angeles, California. Wife Shannon Tweed says the rock star is okay after his Lincoln Navigator crashed and careened across several lanes on the... Ooh, that's bad, Gene. Rock legend Gene Simmons is recovering at home after he was involved in a crash Tuesday afternoon on the Pacific Coast Highway. PCH is a beautiful road that goes along the Pacific. The crash was reported... wait, on our legislative tonight. Two local longshoremen... let me see if I can remember this off the top of my head. I should be able. In Detroit, a Pontiac, Michigan youth was reported dead on the scene of a head-on collision on Grand Avenue this morning. He was reportedly driving on the wrong side of the boulevard where he struck a delivery truck and was catapulted through the windshield of his car. What's the rest of that? Detectives catapulted through the windshield of his car. Somebody else. No, fuck, I should know that off the top of my head. That's the beginning of Detroit Rock City. Anyway, Gene, okay. Get well soon, Gene. I love you. Ray says, frankly, my dear, I just don't give a damn. I know it's cannot. It is cannot. Mart upvoted and the beautiful Bronson. Trying to remember the rest of that song. In Detroit, Pontiac, Michigan, youth was reported dead on the scene of a head-on collision on Grand Avenue. And Gene did the voice. They say he didn't, but he did. It's 100% him. Catapulted into his car. The shit, something remain uninjured. On our legislative today, we go to the aid of striking longshoremen. Anyway, sorry for the extra 10 minutes. That was me. Thank you, Mart. And CW Watch Enthusiast, not anymore. He's selling the brood. Hey, Dirk and the Bashers to get his dream speeding. Everybody deserves a dream, Speedy. Everyone. Up early, so off to bed, I'm afraid. Well, go to bed. Sweet dreams, sugar plums dancing through your heads. No worries, another 10 minutes. Hope all is good with Rose. Thank you so much for understanding, Hitesh, and all the Bastards. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's Wednesday. Please upvote if you can. As many upvotes as we can. It was a weird month. Somehow, DL, the hospital. I took everybody to Italy. I lost subscribers. I don't know how I did that. Not a lot, but I don't think they were real anyway. Still on board, disembarking tomorrow evening. Okay, let's bash, Ray Ray. Ray Ray, by the way, Ray, you said I sent you pictures, last night. You didn't. I don't have them. I have everybody else's. I don't know why you don't. You know how to do that, right? It's basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. It's right there. Basherdirk@gmail.com. Look at that right down there. Basherdirk@gmail. Just that's it. You know how to send me pictures. If you have them, send them to me now, and I will use them. I don't know if you're in the middle of the sea, the Irish Sea, or what's happening there, but I did not get it because I'm not going to not show your pictures. It's terrible. That's terrible. I would never do that to you. Not in a million years. Hitesh says, isn't it Wednesday? Says Melly C. Indeed. Whoop, whoop. It's Dave Fitzsimon's Let's Bash. Yeah, let's bash. Anybody got any good stories? You got anything you want me to talk about? Because I don't know. I'm a little disoriented today. I'm looking out the window. She filed another thing and yet another civil service to be annoyed by. She just doesn't know what she's doing. Mr. Handsome Joe, Handsome Joe, Handsome Joe. Oh no, it's Handsome Joe. Lock up your daughters, it's Handsome Joe. Evening all, Joe LaFaro. Suptard, so much baseball, so little time. Any fans in the house? I'm a baseball fan. I have always been a gigantic baseball fan. I don't know if you and I have ever talked about baseball, but I am a Mets fan. I'm not a Yankees fan, but go New York. Woo, woo. Are they out? I don't even know. They were losing. Is today do or die? Or was it last night? I'm losing track of time. They're playing the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are like killing them, right? They beat Boston. I know that because my father-in-law is a gigantic Yankees fan. So Andy M says, good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. It's the only good things, guy. And you know what? He practices what he preaches, as Melly C has said, other than a couple of foibles that we all have, right? Thanks, buddy boy. Well, let's all try to live by your standards. Toasties. There's a little bug in here right now. I don't know what's from. It's probably from. I probably smell like that thing in her house. Hey, Calloy. Nice, that meteorite down. I just saw something on YouTube, and there's a new watch guy. I don't know who he is, but he's kind of a douche. And he had like a Datejust, a Daytona. He had an AP Royal Oak. He had all these watches, and he's like, this rich guy. A wealthy customer new to me came in and he wanted to trade all of these watches for a solid gold Rolex on an Oyster Flex. And I was like, no, he didn't. Nobody did that. He was like $150,000 worth of watches. And then you're trading that in. That exact watch Like 2 years ago, one of my customers when I worked at the Fiend, she was looking for that exact watch, and I found it for her for 38. I don't know what it's going for now, but it's not going for 100. There's Ray. There you go. That's how you do it. You email Dirk on the Gmail. Yeah, there you go. Rose may have a yes, she might, and this would be my third experience with that. Yeah, it's possible. Thank you, Dr. LaFaro. It's true. I've been down that road before, and we'll find out tomorrow, unless she miraculously feels better. Is there a little bit more confusion? Not like the last time, but the last time was like, oh shit, this is bad. But she's tired. So yeah, I want to get to the bottom of that, see if she's got a UTI. But that might mean I have to cancel my follow-up, because I know every time I've gone to the hospital with her for such things, it's an all-day affair. So I'll figure it out. I'll take care of it. Thank you for the input, though. Coming from you, that means a lot. Cheese. DG, did Rose's family abandon her? Seems like you are the only one to look out for her. Hope she feels better. Yeah, they did. They essentially have. She doesn't really have much family. She's got two. She's got a niece and a nephew, and I have tried to include them, and I've reached out to them and spoken to them. I'm going to sneeze. Hold up. I've reached out to them, and basically, I get kind of the runaround. Yeah, and they're in Germany. They're not here. I've tried, because like I had to wind up getting power of attorney and power of medical attorney and all that stuff, because when she had that UTI the first time and she fell, she was out shopping for birthday gifts for me and Paul. We all have birthdays the same week in June, and we always celebrate together, share gifts, and we go to one of the local restaurants, and we sat out on the deck and did it. And she was out shopping, and she went further down in Long Island City, and there's a new development down there that was never there before, and she got lost, and she weighs 90 pounds, and she fell over and she hit her head. And that was when I started getting involved with her day-to-day stuff. Took her to the hospital, and then I realized, bills aren't getting paid and things like this. The things that happen when you get older and you start to not do things. And then she recovered fully from that, and then I just over time just helped her out with everything. So did they? I mean, I'm not going to accuse anybody of anything, because that's not fair to do, but I wouldn't do that to anyone in my family. That's for sure. That is for sure. But yeah, hope she feels better too. Thank you, Dan. That's very sweet of you. Sometimes critters die in the wall. Been there. Yes. Yeah, because like in your case, it's like alligators, right? Or crocodiles. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I don't know how it would get in the wall, but there is the basement of her building, which has been illegally excavated, and God knows who's been in there. Because the whole DL syndicate goes down there occasionally, and who knows, maybe. But it's a weird smell. I cannot put my finger on what it is, but it's annoying. Behind her under the kitchen cupboard's been there. Did it? Cat Stevens interview. He had to go. He had to go. He had to go away. I'm drinking seltzer because I drank too much Diet Coke today. This is only my third coffee of the day, because I'm just, edgy. I'm on edge, so I'm trying to kind of cool out a little bit on that. But I had a lot of Diet Cokes today. Oops, yes, at Melly C, I messed up my days. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, Hitesh, Steve. Happy Wednesday to you. Ick by Penhaligon, the Rose Abode formulation will make millions. Wouldn't that be a great name for a fragrance? Ick by Penhaligons. You smell it, and you can't quite put your finger on it. It's there, lingering in the distance. Ick by Penhaligons. Or the new thing is Ick by Penhaligons. I hate whispering. It's very bad for your voice, by the way. Melly C says, Hitesh, you made me check my phone. No, it's When You Were Wednesdays. And the only person I know so far who did a When You Were Wednesdays is Handsome Joe. Wait till you see the bow tie on this boy. It is quite the show. It is quite the show. Scotty Love says, check the carpet right at the front door. DL may have slipped some stink drops. Oh, she does not go in that building. Or as far as I know, I've never seen her go in there because I walk out my front door. Rose's building is right next door, and she's right on the first floor, so it's like down. Boom. Never seen it. I mean, I don't. She might very well have done so. I've never seen her do it. Uh, she likes to send her minions in instead because she hires these ragtag crews of folks who look. What is that thing? Is that a balloon? I'm looking at the camera at Rose's deck right now, and there's like a balloon, and it scared the shit out of me. Like, what the hell is that? Something started moving. It was like a 99 cents love balloon, landing on the velvet sky. Fridge drain tray. I'll take a look at that NDM. Now, does that pull out from the front or the back? Because I don't want to pull the fridge out again. I scrub a dub a llama ding dong that thing last night. How about the vents or get a pest inspector to overview? They could tell. Yeah, that's the next order of business if I can't pinpoint that. I mean, I haven't been able to. I don't think I can. So I think you're right. I might have to get a pest inspector to overview. I might have to do it. I had when I'll tell you what happened when DL took over. Rose's never had a critter. I've never had critters, never had bugs, never had a roach, never had anything. Never. Second she moved in, I have these giant cockroaches, these gigantic ones. And if it rains, they come in the house because she excavated, knocked down walls, changed joists, moved the basement around, did it to Rose's building too. All of a sudden, Rose had roaches too. So I had to go get a guy to come in for that. I had, for me, because Laverne was, around then, and I didn't want to put any chemicals down. So I did that diatomaceous earth stuff, and it kind of worked. But every once in a while, I'll still get one. I never had them. Never, ever, ever in 30 years did I ever have a bug in this house. Never. It's just, and mice. Never had that. It's crazy. I mean, I had a couple of mice, one or two over the course of, because she became quite the mouser, which I told you I didn't want her to do. Once left a pot on the stove and thought it was clean, had cooked broccoli in it, and there was some water in the pot. Stinks. Yeah, of course I checked all that. And also, I do all the cooking. So, and I don't cook on her stove. I cook up here and bring it down. The only thing I use in her house to heat food is microwave if her coffee gets cold, or if her oatmeal gets cold. But I mostly just use the Breville oven that I got for her. Got her one of the smart ovens because I have one. It's the greatest thing. I haven't turned on my oven in a million years because I have that Breville, and it's just I bake in it. I can do anything with it. So there's no cooking really going on there. No, it's not that. I know. I wish. Thanks for the suggestions, guys, but I've been there. You're number 21, Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. I'm feeling so much better, Scotty Love. I'm at home with Shannon, and I just gave a call to the Star Child, and I said, Star Child, maybe we should buy our brand back. I feel reborn. Mart's here. Some fridges have a removable drip tray. There you go, at the back of the fridge, which can fill up with foul-smelling gunge. Ooh, that word is bad. Gunge. By the way, is picture weird? Let me see. Am I in 1080p or camera? It defaulted to 1080p. If it's fine, I'll leave it alone. I mean, yesterday we had a problem and I switched to 780. I will check the bacteria and stagnant water. I don't like it. To coin Gene Simmons, if you're willing to drive amongst us on the wrong side of the road, you are the enemy. My favorite lines of Gene are, if it's too loud, you're too old. Which is so true. For the preamble to Dirk, say thanks. I'm just going to kill me now that I don't remember that. $4.99. How could I not? I've only heard that 800 million, billion, gazillion, zillion, billion times. All right, Rock City. I have to look it up now. What? Okay. Jurok City radio. Okay, where is this? Radio announcement at the beginning of Good Science News were delivered by Gene Simmons about a young person killed in a car accident. But what? Do they not do it? Word for word. I know I got most of it right, but dude says, wow, how is that not Googleable? How come I can't just find that? Detroit Rock City. A Pontiac. Wow, I can't find it. Oh yeah, I got it. Finally. And then I'll stop, I promise. In Detroit, a Pontiac, Michigan youth was reported dead at the scene of a head-on collision on Grand Avenue this morning. The youth was reportedly driving on the wrong side of the boulevard where he struck a delivery truck and was catapulted through the windshield of his car. The driver of the truck is reported to be uninjured. The identities of both men are being held by local police. County legislators today are expected to rally to the aid of striking longshoremen in the hopes of ending a 9-month for that. There you go. Thank you. How silly am I that I had to get that? And I feel stupid because of course I knew that and I just stopped doing it. Wednesday's in New York State on Wednesday. Wednesday state of mind. Jared is here. Poor thing, your landlord seems to act like a witch. Strega. It's worse than that, man. It's just way worse than that. It's so bad that I think I'm Joe will probably tell me that probably can't happen, but I think the stress involved of this has led to like I lost 22 pounds in the last month, and surgery might have had something to do with it. But and I'm not mad about it. I wanted to lose 20 pounds, but then the sleeping and the eating thing is it's not good, and it's a lot of been very very edgy, and constantly feeling like we're going to be ambushed. I know she hangs around with dangerous people. I've seen them, and they basically told me to, what the fuck are you looking at? And and all the other shit that went on. So yeah. So I don't know if she's just not nice. She's not a good person. I sent 2 photos just before the show. Gonna send another 2 right now. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. I've dealt with it for years. It's got to be Ireland, my friend. It must be. It must be the sea. It's the transmission from the boat. That's what it is. The exact watch was up my. Thank you very much for that. You may have to take Rose to follow. Dude, that's definitely a plan. I suspect she would get along either way with the found unknown. Listen, I've talked to her about it, and I told her, for instance, if we decided to do that, would you come? Would you like to come along? Now, listen, we're very close. We've been friends for a long time, and I take care of her. And she said, I would love to go. She's a EU citizen. She's from Germany. She's got, it would be okay for her. She'd get right into the, jump right into the socialized medicine that they have over there. Be not a problem. And it would be way more social, because in that town, you walk out the door, there's a cafe, there's places to sit. You know how it is. Most people know in Europe, they have piazza culture, square culture. We don't have it here. Go to any piazza or square, town square, and there's tables and chairs and dogs and cats and all things, Graziella, and all the people are there. Antonella, they're all there, and they're all there, and it's a better place for elderly people to congregate and stimulate their minds. New York, not so much. It's a different thing, and also elderly people have better lives in Europe for sure. There's more for them to do. There's more. And it's not like community centers or putting them in a thing or whatever. You go outside and you're like, I went to, you know, how many, the guy Bold and Bankrupt calls them babushkas, right? Babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. She wanted to test her husband. Um, I met so many nonnas there, you know, because they're like they see, you can tell I'm an American, and you know, I'm not Italian, and you know, they were very kind with me speaking Italian with them, and very patient, and they helped me out with a lot of stuff when I was looking for. I bought pesto. I never buy pesto. I make my own pesto, and I gotta say it's pretty good. Ask Dana, she loves it. But I was in a supermarket. It's called Cole, Coal. It's not Conad. It's not one of those big superstores. Anyway, I went in there, and behind the deli counter, they had some really great looking pesto. And I was like, I'm going to buy some of that. And it was better than mine for sure. But the woman that I met, her name was, what's her name? Her name was Maria. A lot of Marias. And she said, oh, I'll take you to a better store. She took me around the corner. It was so great. So it would be that. So I would 1,000,000% do that. A million, billion, zillion percent. Curtain pelmets. Melly C, they broke the mold when they made you Turk. Nah, I don't know. No, not really. Listen, we all do what we got to do, you know, and turning your back on a person is just not an option for, I think, most people. It's not acceptable, especially when, you know, you love somebody. When you love somebody. Sorry, Melly. Cole Roscoe. It's not bed bugs. I had Roscoe here when I had bed bugs when I went to see Avatar and brought home bed bugs from the was the Regal or the Lowe's IMAX. Anyway, it was terrible. Terrible thing. $18. Hey, Gabbery. Hey, oh, court case. More to come. More to come. More to come. New papers have been filed that I filed. There was an issue with the service, and but I was able to go back there on Monday and take care of that, and got the same. Yeah, it's good. I mean, nothing's good because she doesn't care. She doesn't care about the law. She doesn't care about anything. She just does whatever the fuck she wants. So there you have it. There you have it. Who would Mel agree, Melissa? Who would do what? No, you would, Daniel. I know you would. Please. Back of the fridge near the motor, often scary. All right, I'll give that another go. Everybody seems to be saying that. Okay, I'll give it a go. Love my Breville. Listen, I'm on my second Breville. The first one broke. They gave me a new one, and then the second one broke, and I just said, I'll go buy a new one. But I'll tell you what, I did make a mistake. And I had this one fixed too because it was making noise. And I bought a black one, which was a big, 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 big mistake. I thought, oh, it's polished and enameled. It's not. All the color came off of it. It looks ghetto. It's horrible. I should have got the stainless steel one. Those look great forever. It is a great machine. It does everything I want. It toasts, it bakes, it broils. It's a great, and their customer service is excellent. They were ready to give me a new one, and I said, you know what? You already gave me a new one. They're like, oh, we did, and blah blah blah. I'm like, it's time I buy another one. You're a great company, and I like them. They're a great company. So there you go. It's blurry now, huh? Is it blurry again? Let me see. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Is it? You're pixelated. Okay, pixelated and blurry. Let me change this to see what happens. I don't know. Is it just the intraweb is just sucking? I don't know. Let's just change that out. Let me know if that's any better. Any bit better? Sorry about that. I don't know why that would be doing that. I'm home, cold beer, and late to the bash. You're not late to the bash. I started really, really late. The Andrew Olkowicz commemorative gong. Let me know if it's better now. I switched it to 720p. Did Doris visit and sit on the couch? Doris is not known for her personal hygiene. No, but she's got a best friend named Annalisa, and she calls every once in a while, and Rose always goes. And I've spoken to her, and I get it. She's, as they would say in Italian, moleste. She just goes on and on and on about stuff that, makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah. Pixelated and blurry. Is it better now? Bit better. Okay. Okay. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what else I could do other than let me just check this, make sure that's plugged in right. What if I switch to Wi-Fi right now? Tell me if it gets better. It might. Maybe it's my cable. Paul tripped over it today because it goes under the carpet. It goes out of my studio, makes a left turn, goes under a runner, and then it goes along the wall because my router's in another room. Blurry Dirk is better than no Dirk. Thanks, Andrew. Tell me if this is better. I switched it to Wi-Fi. Why not? Because, just as bad. Hey, my watch channel. At Ray Ray, question, because I can't be bothered to look it up myself. Is the Isle of Arran different from the Isle of Arran? Are there two? As far as I know, and it's just Aran. Is there another one? I mean, you would know better than I. You would know better than I, right? Stress can really take its toll on your health. Well, I'm learning that now. Jojo, my blood pressure is almost always like around 110, 115 over like 70 generally. Pretty low. I have one right here. I take it for fun. And my blood pressure was 170 over 135 that day before I realized I needed to have my appendix taken out. And my white blood cell count was 19,000. Now that's not good. It's supposed to be between 4,000 and 5,000 or something like that. Obviously, I guess I'll find out tomorrow if that's back to normal. Let's hope. But they went, whoa, so I'm assuming it was my body saying, get that thing out of me. Or else there's something even worse there that will make Dragon Lady very happy, Well, let's hope it's not that. Does Rose have curtains? Curtains, pelmets can hide a lot. Well, I'll tell you what she does have. No, she does not have curtains. She's got two wonderful top-down blinds, which one of them we replaced 2 days ago. I measured it. I feel very proud. I feel very manly. I didn't install it. Paul did because he's more of a man than I'll ever be. I went to Home Depot, as my father would call it, and had it cut and perfect, and it was really great, and it looks great. Now she's got just blinds, no curtains whatsoever. No, none at all. Instead of yoga, try exercise. You do that. You do that. That's terrible. Anyway, time for the Gallery of Bastards. Let's get cracking with that. Let me clear the chats here. Did I miss anything? I hope I didn't. Gallery of Bastards, my friends. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublimely absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. I sang a little bit today because I'm working on a little project with one of the bashers who writes music for TV. And I had that weird thing with the tube that happened to me. And I was Brenda Vaccaroing, like, if you don't use Tampax, you're not using the right tampon. It's an inside American joke. But it seems like the power's back. I haven't tested the range out very much, but I started vocalizing a little bit today, and that guy wrote me the ballad, and I came up with the lyrics and the melody of it, and I was just dying to sing it, and I was sitting here waiting for the ceiling to cave in, or the ice to come and deport me to a country where I don't belong, or something, whatever. And and it was okay. So I think I'm getting to where I need to go. Fergal says, Dirk, I firmly believe it's StreamYard. So do I. Anytime you are on a YouTube streaming, it's perfect, buddy. Italy was you. That was crazy, Fergal, wasn't it? First bike about YouTube. Yeah, it was all perfect. I know. The second I get out of StreamYard, I actually, Oisin and I split this, and it's expensive. But listen, it does, like, I get to, that's on the screen. It does great stuff, but there is a problem with, for sure, being the monkey in the middle. And YouTube, I mean, I watched last night. I decided to watch my first Funnels live stream. It looks like 4K. It's not, it's 1080p, but it's flawless. Audio's perfect, video's perfect. And like that scene where Emmett comes and scares the crap out of us, I'll always remember. It was a great moment. So yeah, I believe you're right. I think it is StreamYard. I think 100%. Anyway, Anyway, where are we going? We're starting out with snorkeling today. Giant turtle. It's Mr. Brooker. Oh, it's a video. One moment while I download it for you all. I really want to download this for you. My brother George got it. And once again, only Joe will get that reference. But ready, Nick Brooker, kids? Uh-oh. Is there nothing happening? Oh, there it is. Ooh, that's a giant turtle. Look at how clear that water is. Now, you guys don't get any of the audio, right? I can't use Chrome. If I used Chrome, you guys would get the audio. I can't. Oh, Scotty H got it right away. Lord H. He got it right away. Liberace. There was a lot of gurgle, cool Nick Brooker noises, but because he's snorkeling. I think there's way more too. Let's find out. Nick Brooker, here it goes. Snorkeling today, shortened devil horn ray. It's another video. One moment, please, while I get that ready for you. In the Eyebasher's machine. Where is she going? Oh, wow. Look at that. That thing's just chilling out in its world. And we're up here drinking, smoking, fighting, bombing, killing. You know, isn't it amazing that they live their lives in a completely different world on the same planet? It's incredible. Yeah, you don't get the audio. It sucks. I mean, I could attempt to try to go back to Chrome, but it hasn't been working, right? And I did try it not too long ago, and it was still messed up, so it was not working. Nick Brooker, incredible, man. Here's more Nick Brooker. Tilly with the dog sitter while we're away. Oh, she's missing you. Oh, well, that looks like she's in good shape. She's being cared for. It looks like they're getting their nails done. Look at the manicure on this lady. Wow, pretty great. Oh, look at Tilly. Oh, she looks like a fine care. Oh, look at that. She loves her. Oh, look at that. So sweet. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. That was incredible, Nick Brooker. Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod for our evening's gallery. Here it is. Oh, that's beautiful. This is a different texture from him. We're having a little bit of a different look. Tilly getting spoiled. Yeah. Picture is perfect now. Okay, great. I'm happy for that because I'm showing everybody's pictures. I don't want them to look pixelated and crap. That's for sure. I don't want them to look crappy. I want everybody to see the beauty of the photography from our friend in Scotland there. You know, how you doing? So you got this beautiful loch. That's what they call a lake in Europa over there. Wow. Oh, in one of his spooky rooms. Look at that carpet. Look at that. Wow. Look at it. It's all threadbare too. Isn't that amazing? Oh, that is glorious. Glorious. Wow. Beautiful. Oof. Spooky kitchen. See, that's lovely, though. Isn't that lovely? For me to have like a window in front of your sink, you could look at looks like Dean did that outside. You know, it looks like a beautiful garden, Dino style or Easy style. What do you have over there in the corner? What are we looking at? Do I look at it? Don't know what that says there. This is a coffee grinder. Some shit. There's fairy liquid, though. Two fairy liquids. Oh, this is cool. When I used to go on the road with the band in Europe, I used to get up early and go running because running was my thing back in the day when I was lean and mean and pretty. And I would get a map of all the cemeteries because the cemeteries in Europe are just astonishing. And I would do that. And I also went and took a bus early one morning and I went to Auschwitz, which was crazy. And it took a long time. I thought it was going to be, took a long time. It was a day off. And it was like, where'd Dirk go? It was pretty amazing. It was a very cold, weird day, and it was creepy. And it was, cemetery. It was a cemetery. Amazing, beautiful work. Look at that, gorgeous. That reminded me of that. The work will set you free thing. Can't help it. It reminded me of that. As maudlin as that might sound, but it's true. Thank you, Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod, and Shane McGurk. What do you got going on? Yes, this is pretty great. How are you, Shane? Great to have you in the gallery tonight. In the gallery tonight. What are you guys watching the matches there? Look at these. They've been like the cigarette and the beer. That's amazing. Oh, you know what? We came up with something great today. We're watching a YouTube. I don't know why it reminds, because they're in a pub. We like to have a couple of boosts before we get on an aeroplane, right? And before we left for Italy, we were at Terminal 1 in Kennedy, which is just the worst. And there was one place, and it was really crappy. And on their list of cocktails they had, and I'm not a liquor drinker, you know that. I'm a wine guy and a beer guy. And they had a sidecar, which was my favorite cocktail to make. It's cognac. It's beautiful, lemon. It's gorgeous. I was like, yeah, I'll do that because we're getting on a long flight. It was like battery acid, and it was $22. So from now on, here's the new rule of thumb. Whenever I'm getting on a plane, I'm ordering a beer, because they can't overcharge for that like they do with cocktails. And you should do the same, because it's highway robbery what airports charge people for a bag of crisps. And I was looking at a thing on YouTube today, and they said like this chocolate bar costs $2.89 in the street, and it's $11.99 in the airport shops, which is absolutely bollocks. So it's just not fair. So have a beer instead. That's a great shot, man. Thank you for that. It's a great album cover. That'd be like a Hypnosis album cover from the 70s. Pretty great. And here we are. Sir Julian is here with art for us to revel in. Look at that. Very different for Julian. You got a red stripe and 2 unknown beers. Look at that on some kind of cabinetry. Beautiful. Oof. Look at that. I love that. So it's like a mural next to somebody's home, right? And a very funny looking air conditioning unit. It's very Euro air conditioning. Central. Oh, that's amazing. Pain. This looks very much like the Judas Priest Sin After Sin album cover. Sit out, sit out, sit out. Whiskey woman, don't you know that you are driving me insane? I can't hit that anymore. Maybe if I did it loud. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. This is an actual person wearing armor. It's a girl. Look at that. That's amazing. Oh, what is going on here? This is very different for Julian. Oh, look, it's like a WeWork. Look at this. This fella's having a look at this thing. What's going on here? And there's a cafe downstairs. Look at this. This is very cool. She's having a fag. He looks very nervous. Something she said, right? 100%. Wow. I love that one, Julian. So listen, he's so versatile. Look at the color difference on this. This almost looks like, like the circulatory system or the neurological system. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful, Julian. What's this fella up to? Is he on the phone or is he lamenting? Beautiful shoes. This is Europe, kids. Europe has better shoes. Uh-oh. This says slow down. Wow. Huh. Look at this. The cosmos. Like I said in the thing, I was watching a documentary in bed last night, and it says that we are traveling in the galaxy at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but in the universe, we are traveling 600 million miles an hour. Isn't that crazy? Oh, our solar system is 1,000,000 miles an hour, but our galaxy is moving at 600 million miles an hour. It's hard to fathom, right? And you see that when you see Julian's work. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. I bet a lot of people. Is this kind of rubbed off because people touch it? I bet it is. Gorgeous. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Sir Julian. And that's my favorite of the one because it's just got so much personality. Incredible. That one too. Thank you, Julian. Amazing. Amaze balls, as they say. Or as I say, did she go back to bed again? Oh, Joe, I think you're right. Oh, boy. Okay. I mean, it happens to elderly people. It just happens. Melly C, happy hump day. We need some M&M madness, Mark and Mindy madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mark and Mindy madness. You know, tonight might be, maybe I'll take her tonight. It might be worth it because they might admit her. Oh, Mark. Oh, you're so beautiful. He's become such a big star. Isn't it crazy? Such a can I pop? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna after working Mindy Madness, I'm gonna pull up one from my cousin-in-law, so to speak. Where is it? Just let me. I'll have it ready for you guys. It couldn't have gone this far. Where is it? He sent it to me. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Just so I have it for you guys for later, because I think you'll really, really super enjoy it. Oh, she's all curled up in a ball. She's toasty. Oh, this is a ball. For you, Carolyn. She's obsessed. If we talk on the phone, she's obsessed. He's such a dapper fella, isn't he? And I love how he's filled out and he looks so healthy and regal again. Look at the beautiful boy. Hello, beautiful boy. Mark and Mindy madness, Mark and Mindy madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Thank you, guys. What would Buy Bashers be without Mark and Mindy madness? Nothing. I just found 3 bottles for Christmas time. Ooh, says Dino. We're going to get into some high-end Bordeaux. Saint Julien 2012. Deauville Batin. Very nice. I will drink that with you, my friends. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, a canon. Very nice. Grand Cru Corsé. Comte du Népris. I've never had that wine, but it looks good. And a Duluc. Saint Julien. Brunière tout cru. Beautiful. Look at that. Great vintages you got going on there. Very nice, Dino. Life's too short to drink shitty wine. That is my motto. Listen, when you're sitting in Italy, like the $2 wine is absolutely delicious. The €3 wine, because it's, forget all this old wine. Bring me the fresh wine. I want the new wine, the fresh wine. What's that from? I'm sure you know. When we were young, you ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable, handsome Joe LaFaro. Oh my God, that bow tie's bigger than you are. Look at that. Look at that thick head of hair. Andrew got it right away, the jerk. Holy crap. Look at the head of hair on this guy. It's like Bert Convy. Goon bag. No goon bags, Melly C. We're not drinking goon bags. Oh my God. Have you ever seen thicker hair in your life? Oh my God. That's unreal. Joe LaFaro, man. When we were Wednesdays, indeed, Joe LaFaro. Amazing. Scotty Love, rainbows. Talking about rainbows. The Rainbow Connection. That's beautiful. And that in Sassy, Florida. That's a perfect rainbow. Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Da, 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 da. Oh, look how pretty. That was a double rainbow. That's a double rainbow. Look at it. I see it. Nothing better than that. It's merely a prism through water droplets. Look at this. I'm not gonna look at it. Look at that. Wow. That is cool. That's the incomparable Scotty Love. They call him Scotty Love. Andrew says, I haven't had hair in this century. That's okay. Bald is beautiful. Okay, now we're up to Ray Ray. Ray Ray, no subject. Oh, who are these? Oh, look at the kids here. Look at this, Ray Ray. I want names and I want them now. Look at this. Look at you. Look at the friends. Look at that. They look like beautiful. Both black and white friends. Wow. That's so cute. Who are these kids? Yeah, that could he have been cuter? And Joe LaFaro was blushing. Melly. I mean, you couldn't have been a cuter kid. I mean, come on. with your crazy thick hair and your giant bow tie, you're adorable. It's unbelievable. And now he's Handsome Joe. Oh, I mean, come on, Ray Ray. What are you trying to do to us? Look at this precious one. There's nothing cuter and more beautiful. I love cats, in case you didn't know. I miss my cat so much. But I wouldn't want her to be going through what we're going through right now. I wouldn't. She wouldn't understand. She would not understand constantly having firemen and inspectors and the police. And I mean, it's just insane. I mean, she'd be like, hey, guys, what's up? She was so friendly. What a beautiful baby. What's the names? Give me names right now, Ray Ray. Don't say I'm not on the show anymore. I want names and I want them now. Oh, and right, here's the SS Minnow. Right, here's the SS Minnow. Look at that. Look at this thing. That's very cool. This reminds me of the boat that the beautiful and dearly departed and uber talented and generous and humanitarian Robert Redford. What was the name of that movie where he was all alone on a ship? It's called like something. It was 3 words or 2 words, and it was just about a guy that is like the boat failed in the middle of the ocean and he was all by himself. I'm trying to remember what the name of that movie was, but it was really good. I mean, he was a terrific actor. And he created, so much stuff. Incredible. Great shots. Thank you, Ray Ray. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Ray Ray. That's it. That's the Gallery of Bastards. I didn't miss anybody, right? No, Jim Kirk and you sing. Make sure I got everybody in the house. No, because the last one last night was Speaking of Big Crowns from Joe LaFaro. Guys, that's the Gallery of Bastards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublimely absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share.
I didn't do that. That was weird. I was just sitting here watching the video and it just played that something's up with StreamYard. You guys got it right. I was like, it went black and then it started playing the Sheen theme, which I have here. I have lots of stuff here, but I don't play them. Oh, Dirk, I haven't done that in a while because I can't do it when I go direct. Anyway, let's get to the comments before we close out the show. Where was I? Oh, for Liberace's brother. It's Joe LaFaro. Joe, I'm having a wonderful party up at my house in Holmby Hills. Everyone's going to be there. Cole Porter and let's try to think of all the Van Johnson's going to be there, and Rock, of course, and George Nader and friends. And also we're going to have the incomparable brand new Hollywood superstar. You might have seen one of his amazing films. His name is James Dean. And it'll be great. He's coming with Monty Cliff. Thank you, Joe. Panel Power says that Professor Omar Yahi, a Palestinian refugee, shared the Nobel Prize for Chemistry today. You mean Trump didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize? Come on. Didn't he stop all those wars? Try Restream. I heard it's better. I have to look into something because there's that other one that everybody uses too. It's called like OWOO something or other. A lot of people use it. No, I'm 57. Well, good for you. You're younger than me. Picture's perfect now. Great. Tilly getting spoiled. The pictures are amazing tonight. This was a great gallery of bastards for sure. Ray says, Nick B, missed location. Sure you're not an Eagle Tay? It's like you're on a different planet, Nick. Tilly is lovely. It is when you're a diver like that. It's like something very, very special. Incredible. Can you imagine a coffee at that table? I can. Absolutely. A devil ray. Beautiful. Lovely work, Steve, says Andy M. Andrew says in the 19th century, people would go to ceremonies. They did. To be with their loved ones. 5 a.m. and just joined Nick Broker. Hey, Bashers, did I miss anything? Just your great videos and stuff. But I think you probably caught that. Too much Ozempic. That's the skeletons at the bar. I love skeletons at a pub. Andy M says, I like chicks with a little bit more meat on them, as should everyone. Dirk, no lounge in Terminal 1. Drinks would be complimentary. Listen, Daniel, you have to understand that my life as a princess, flying for free on American Airlines all those years, flying first class, I was never allowed to be a party to a point system. I was not allowed to have an Advantage card or the Admirals Club. So no, we're building our point system up now with all the, ever since my father passed away, we've been, buying tickets and building points and trying to keep within the same, system. Now, ITA, which was originally Alitalia, and I had tons of mille points on them. Mille. That's a tongue twister. Mille. Those vaporized into the stratosphere. Those are gone, and I had a lot. And so now we're rebuilding on ITA, and ITA was part of one alliance, and now they've just switched because they were purchased by Lufthansa. So they were on Sky Team, and now they're part of Star Alliance. So, but they say I haven't touched the points. I'm leaving them there because whatever. But also, like with my PayPal card and with Bank of the Chase cards, we're trying to just build up points so we can, start traveling like people and go to lounges and things like that. Yeah, I was gonna buy into the ITA lounge, but there wasn't one at Kennedy because it's only $75. I would have done it. And then in Rome, we left early in the morning. So what's the point of that? Thanks, Andy M, says Steve Mac 3. Maybe that's why planes make you wait, drive up the cost as you get hungrier and need. I watched the whole documentary. Andrew, I'll send you the link to it. It was basically about figuring out ways to make more money. It's pretty gross and it's unscrupulous. Just scroll back. We think it was a baby short-horned devil ray. I'll take your word for it. We're at Kerudu Island in the Maldives. Amazing. Ray wishes he was there. Is there anything not better in Europe? They don't have Diet Coke. And I'll tell you, here's my main gripe with Coke Senza Zucchero is it's not bubbly enough. And like they have a lot of bubbly stuff, like their bottled water is great. And listen, you get 8 giant bottles. I'm talking about the ones this big. You walk into the supermarket, you get the thing with the handle on it. 8 giant bottles for $2, €2.69. Now, one of those bottles in America costs like $4 or $5. It's a lot of money. So price-wise, yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anything not off the top of my head? The food is better, the wine is better and cheaper. I didn't have surgery there, so I can't tell you about that. But others have. And I have to say that the surgery that experience that I had here was extraordinary. NYU Langone Hospital. It was absolutely the Bergdorf Goodman of hospitals. You could lick the floor. It was so spotless and so beautiful. And everybody was so kind and so nice. And, I don't even know what the bill for that surgery was because I'm insured. And if I wasn't insured, wow, be a lot. But there it would be free because you pay more taxes. They pay more taxes. That's why the roads are good. That's why all the stuff is good. Like the autostrada, which we didn't go on at all. No autogrill, 0. Next time. It's flawless. Street lights work. Fano's got gas lamps all over town. It's really very, very pretty. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'm sure that there's a couple of things that aren't. Julian, Andy M loves your work. Oh, God, OT, Nick B. You can get a home urine test at the pharmacy. Yeah, I just don't know how I would pull that off with her. Because it's got to be sterile. And what is she going to do? Pee on a stick? She's not going to go for that. She's going to be crazy. I took a urine test, positive for urine. Mindy is settled in front of the fire. She loves it. She deserves it. Don't hate her because she's beautiful. I drank my own urine. Well, because you were thirsty, you can drink your own urine, but not for long, right? Put that bottle under me tree. You want it, right? Eminem madness, smoking Mindy madness. Andrew says, yuck, Scott. Good point. I'd be leaving deodorant in a box with a sigh. If you think you need it, it's probably past time. Please help others and help yourself. Goon bag. Never going to happen. I'm never going to do it. Great. Andrew says, great pictures. Very cool. At Joe, so handsome. I'm jealous of your hair. All is lost. That was really good, man. That Redford movie, Joey. Man, that was. It was. I remember being on the edge of my seat. It was crazy. Yeah, that's it. Did you ever cover all the pictures? No, I totally did not. I'll do it tomorrow. How's that, Andrew? I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's show. I took a bunch. Who needs a drink? Well, I don't know. That's his show. He does that 4:00 on 4:00 in New York. So whatever time he does it for you, he does that on Fridays. Yeah. April Fool's is oh, what a shame. It's a great Rufus Wainwright song. What the fuck? Okay, I on board my own finally 2 weeks. Dirk, please. What are you saying? What the F? Okay, I on board my own finale. Finally, 2 weeks. Dirk, please. Tell me what you're talking about. Give me a film to watch. Oh, watch All Is Lost. If you've not seen that. Okay. Watch that. It was amazing. And he directed it and everything. I think, right? He directed himself. I'm having a party. Who's there? Me and my cats. Yeah, that's the kind of parties I like. Steve and Edie. Do you want to hear something funny? I saw them live. I love Steve and Edie. I think Steve Lawrence, had he not been married to that canon, would have been a bigger star because he's a sublime vocalist. One of the best. Could swing his ass off. Great singer. She's, shut up, you got the job. She's a big loudmouth. But I saw them at the Westbury Music Fair. For those of you who don't understand what that means, it's in the Round on Long Island. It's a place where you go see artists from yesteryear. You see Patti Page. You'd see Connie Francis and all that kind of stuff. And we went to go see Stephen Edie. I saw Liza there. Why she played there, I don't know. Much bigger star than that. Stephen Edie were fucking incredible. They had this show with visuals and slides. And you know what? She won me over. She was terrific. Gas is more expensive. Way more expensive. Here you go, Joe. It is. Yeah. That's why no cars in that town. Paulie's going to have to, cold turkey it. Lack of okay, I'm not going to get into it. Lack of ice and drinks, warm beer. Now, the beer was very cold. No good burgers, maybe. A few things that they don't have. True. Now, the ice thing, I have ideas, and Dana O'Malley has ideas. But Dana O'Malley and I talked about starting a company. But it's not just about that. It was very interesting. Yeah. Andrew, I drive the bait. I'm too drunk. Joel Alfaro says, well, over $100,000 for an act. Really? Oh my God. $100,000. There was a lot of people in that room, and there was a lot of machinery, and they put me up with a lot of drugs. Wow. And all those tests. So far, the only bill I've gotten out of pocket is $28. We'll see what else happens, but I'll find out tomorrow because I'm going in there. Wow. Oh, and AC. Okay. 100. Number one for me is air conditioning, but I could remedy that in a heartbeat, right? Hello, Charles Thompson. Hello, fellow bashers. Great to have you in the room. Hey, man. How great is that? It's been a while. Nice to see you, Charles. Welcome. I saw Anemone call for a review. Oh, you did? I want to see that. I'm not going to go to a theater to see it because I'm afraid of bedbugs. Ray says, all is less. Yeah, seen it. He wore a Seiko. Of course he did. Nick B, some pics and vids of sharks from last night's dive coming soon. Please, we can't wait to see that. Stephen Edie from the Erewhon Artists actually had talent. Indeed. Joe, this show at Westbury Music Fair. And you know where we went after that? Howard Johnson's. It was a long time ago. Howard Johnson's was so good, man. I didn't get the sherbet, the orange sherbet, because I don't like that. Blech. Milky orange, blech. Not into it. But Howard Johnson's had the best onion rings and great home fries. I don't think I got onion rings that time. I think we had breakfast. Like, it was late. Got out around 11:30. Steve and Edie were glorious. Oh, I wanted to show you this before I go. So this is so cute. This is my cousin-in-law. So Laverne was named after Vern, their cat. And okay, why did that not open the whole thing? Okay, hold on a second. A moment, please. And Vern passed away a while ago. And before Laverne, and she was named after him. So they got a new cat. Something that I'm not going to do. Not here, at least. Why can't I? Here it is. So this is you can see everybody who's texting me. This is his cat. And I don't know why it won't let me bring that all up. And look at this kitty cat. But the funny one was, look, behind the computer. Isn't that cute? Oh my God, it's amazing. Anyway, amazing stuff. I don't know why it wouldn't let me highlight that whole thing. But anyway, that's the story. And he's gorgeous and we love him. Guys, thanks so much. That's the show. Sorry about being so late. Yeah, Dirkus E. Paulo Schiaccio. We have a better name for it's not just about ice, though. It's a very interesting thing. Where did you get the name? Oh, I don't know. I just started calling her Lorelei. I don't know. I really honestly don't know. One day I just started calling her Lorelei and it stuck. I mean, her name was Laverne, but I very rarely called her Laverne. I called her Lorelei mostly and Vernie, and those things, Hey, Robbinsbird. Oh my God. So quiet in today's show. We love you, Robbinsbird, the ladies of the bash. Thank you, guys. Thanks for a great show. Thank you, everybody, so much for being my friend. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for all the love that we get. Thanks to the super chatters, Andrew and Jojo again. Thank you, guys. You guys are two for Wednesdays. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. Remember, if you encounter unkindness, give that person the benefit of the doubt unless they're a dragon. You know what? They could be the greatest person you ever met in your life. They're either that or they're just